And welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Alan. That is a fine Chevrolet Impala 9C1. Fun fact. There's another channel out here on YouTube, which I'm sure some of you are very familiar with, called FuzzFam. And that gentleman over there is actually involved in law enforcement and is not a big fan of that particular vehicle. So today, I think I'm going to start working on a project for him. I'm going to give him a little gift from the beautiful Impala. As I've probably mentioned in a couple of my other videos, I've got some things here that I'm going to start putting together. And I've been kind of scratching my brain over how I'm going to do it and what I'm going to do. And this might be a couple of videos in a little series. I had a piece of hair or something stuck in my facial hair, which I have somewhat shaved since the last video. But that's beside the point. Anyway, I've got some pieces here that I want to make into some sort of like interesting wall art. So here we go. I got this piece of aluminum which I have scuffed up, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to paint it like a gloss white. And then I've got some pieces here. Actual Impala lettering off of a 9C1. So I grabbed an extra L off of an Impala. I think it was like a LX or no, it was an LT. That's what it was. So I grabbed an extra L. So now I've got Impala, which I think he'll appreciate. But what I'm thinking about doing is painting this white, which is the reason why I've scuffed this up, so that hopefully the paint will stick to it. And then over here, I've got some trim here, and I think I'm going to paint this black. Mainly because his car is black and white. And then what I'm also thinking about is I'm kind of wanting to put, Impala down here maybe, and then maybe put a piece of Lexan right here with a picture of his car on a tow truck. And I think he'll get a good chuckle out of it because a lot of people kind of poke fun at him. And he's kind of had some challenges with that vehicle, so I think the Impala will probably give him a good smile. And, maybe a few years from now, once he gets done, doing the law enforcement thing, it'll give him a laugh. Because, he's got some other interesting things, but, I think this will be a good thing for the wall in his house there. Anyway, that's kind of what my idea is, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. There's the first coat, letting it dry. Hopefully it dries pretty quick. It is pretty toasty out here. But yeah, that's the first coat. It's probably going to take a couple to get it nice, shiny, gloss white. Alright guys, what the hell is that thing? Look at this giant locust. This little guy's gigantic. He's probably... look how big he is. Completely distracted. So that'll give you a scale reference. That's a door hinge right there. And that's a locust. Or giant grasshopper thing, whatever. It's pretty monstrous though. Kind of looks alien. Anyway, now that I've completely been distracted. Here is the panel after a couple of coats of white paint. I'm still waiting for it to dry, but there you go. Looking a lot better. And I'm debating on actually painting that trim, the frame, because it's such a dark brown, it's almost black. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just leave it, and it kind of has a little bit of a wood grain to it, so that might make it look a little better. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, there you go. White panel. Spray painted. And I have no idea where that giant grasshopper just went. Oh, there he is. Hello, giant grasshopper. You're so massive. So massive. Yes, massive grasshopper. No, you do not need to go in my workshop. Go on. Go on. There you go. Giant grasshopper. I probably should not... Ooh, that feels weird. I should probably not be playing with this thing. But there you go. He is massive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just got dominated by a grasshopper. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, it's Florida. Makes sense, I guess. Florida man has giant grasshopper land on head. I guess I asked for it. What do you guys think? Is it almost Impala white? It might be a little bit brighter. But there you go. Might have to let it dry a little bit more, but it's pretty close. Not perfect, but close enough. I guess the background piece has had some time to dry. I'm actually cutting out the frame, and this is going to be the absolute hardest part of this entire thing, because if I'm not 100% perfect, this thing is not even going to come close to lining up right. So I'm hoping that I can at least get close and make it halfway decent. So we'll see how this goes. But as you can see, I've already got the first piece cut, and like I said, it's really dark. Actually, I can go out here in the sun and kind of show you guys. And this thing is dark. So, and it's almost black. It's just a really dark brown, which I guess looks okay. I mean, there's a little bit of wood grain going to it too, but it's, yeah, some sort of polyboard, or I don't know what the heck this thing is, some sort of man-made faux wood thing, but should be pretty durable. We'll see how it goes though. I just finished cutting the 4 pieces, and they're meeting up pretty decently. I mean, it ain't perfect, but I still gotta actually fasten the piece on the back. But you guys kind of get the idea as to what I'm trying to do here. Never really made a frame before, so trying to figure out how I should fasten this thing together. I think most people put like little biscuits in here, not like Crown Regato biscuits, but like piece of wood biscuits, you know, the little like oval things that you kind of like carve out. That way you can kind of make it stick together and then fasten it to the back. But I don't know if I have anything like that. I'll just have to see what I can kind of make do with, and then maybe, I don't know, drill this thing together. But we'll see. But it's coming along. It's coming along. And then the Impala will be born. The next thing I just did is I actually just kind of tacked this thing together with some just regular little nails. So I got one in each corner to kind of keep its shape. And I'm going to flip it over and basically drill a couple little holes in the back and actually attach this to the frame, which will kind of hold it all together. And then I'm probably going to have to go to like Walmart or something, see if I can't print out a picture of that beautiful Impala of his right about here, and maybe possibly on the tow truck, since, you know, I think that'll make him giggle. But yeah, there you go. That's where we're at right now, and let's get to the next piece. Well, I figure I can film this part, but if any of y'all out there are like woodworkers or like some sort of carpentry person or somebody who actually knows what they're doing, don't judge me, because I have no clue what I'm doing and I'm just making this stuff work. Now that I think about it, this probably isn't even the right drill bit. I think it's for wood. I'm over here drilling aluminum with it. Not looking too bad. By no means is this perfect. It's just kind of neat. So, it's really all I'm going for. Oh, and in case you guys are wondering, I didn't like actually draw up any written plans or anything for this. I'm just kind of winging it. Yeah, that one almost went a little too far. Just a little. Almost. Alright, well, there it is. Nice and solid. So, it ought to survive. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. You know, to kind of go along with the theme of how he's not the biggest fan in the world of the Impala, maybe we'll have the Impalas scurrying away from each other in the hopes that maybe they can be set free, you know, kind of like this Impala, since it was sent off to pasture and now it's in my possession. These, I guess, would be scurrying away. This big white space right here, I'm actually thinking about putting a piece of Lexan right here. And then maybe doing a 4x6 printout of his car on a tow truck. And then GM Limpala. That way he can laugh every time he sees that car. Since we all know he has some struggles with that thing, and the internet will not stop giving him grief over it. At least this way, you know, he can laugh about it. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, but either way, I'm still going to have to go to the store and get a printout of his car on the hook. But, yeah, I got some glue, and I can glue all this stuff down after that, and then we can pad this thing up, put it in a shipping box, and send it on out to, I guess, Utah. Oh, yeah. Alright, so one more thing I'd love to mention. All of these emblems, except for that L right there, this Impala, the GM, those two Impalas right there, all of those actually came off of that 9C1, the first one I found in the junkyard. In that one junkyard video, the very first one where I was really excited to see a 9C1 in the junkyard in Tampa. And I went and started tooling around on the internet and discovered that there was a 9C1 over at the junkyard. I think it was an 08, but gotta go check that out. Definitely gotta go check that out. So that 9C1, I think, has probably been crushed by LKQ. So I guess for Ben, he'll be able to look at this and know that there's at least one less Impala. One less Impala on the road. And I, since I like the Impala, get to rest assured knowing that this Impala will at least make him happy, because he'll know it's crushed, but it gets to live on in humor, which is good stuff. It's always good stuff. Alright, FuzzFam, this one's for you. I know how much you love these cars. Clearly a crashed Impala. I hope you enjoy the war trophy.